Hello everybody, I am back with part 2 of the Alvin and Ailey summer intensive video. So in part 1 I talked about packing tips, dorm life, and just living in New York City in general. So click here if you would like to watch part 1 if you haven't already. So today I'm going to be talking more about the dancing and the schedule. So like I said in part 1, the intensive is 6 weeks long. On the first day you have orientation and then the dancing starts. Every day you have ballet, one modern class, either Horton or Graham, and one elective class. You can take anything from hip hop, West African, Paul Taylor style, modern, yoga, musical theater, improv, conditioning, jazz. There's really something for everybody. In my opinion, this intensive has the perfect amount of dancing per week. You have afternoons and weekends free to do whatever you want, so explore the city, get to know your roommates better. I made some of the best friends of my life at this intensive because we got to spend so much time together, unlike some intensives where you're too physically and mentally exhausted to do anything after you dance, let alone go out with your friends. You also get at least an hour and a half lunch break every single day. So if you're staying at McMahon Hall, you can just walk back to the dorms for lunch if you want. There's no problem with staying at Ailey either. You just have to remember to pack a lunch in the morning, or I know some people would go to Starbucks during their lunch break, so it's really up to you. There's plenty of options. Throughout the intensive, you're preparing for the Summer Sizzler performance at the end of the program. One thing I forgot to mention in part 1 was that one of the electives you pick, like hip hop, musical theater, West African, will be your performance piece at the end of the intensive if you don't audition for a rep piece. So make sure you don't audition if you want to do the performance in your elective style. The 6th week is mainly reserved for preparing for the final show. If you're in an elective performance like musical theater, you perform 2 shows either on Thursday or Friday, but if you're in the rep piece, you perform in all 4 shows. Ailey actually has its own theater inside the studios, which is really cool, so you don't even have to do any extra traveling for the performances. It's all right there, and that's so rare in New York City to have that much studio and performance space. Not a lot of dance companies in New York even have their own building, but Alvin Ailey does. So that's a really great asset to have, and definitely take advantage of the studios and the space while you're there. Now I'm just going to tell you a few more things that you should consider packing that might not be obvious at first, but will definitely come in handy later. A clip-on fan to put next to your bed. If you're like me and you get really hot at night for no reason at all, you'll want a personal fan that won't disturb your roommate, and this is very crucial for hot summer nights in New York. Along with that, a clip-on fan to put next to your bed for reading if you feel like staying up later than your roommate. This way they can turn off the main light and you can just stay up. Bring a computer because Ailey communicates mainly through email, and because you're gonna want to watch movies with your roommates without huddling around a phone screen. A steamer for getting the wrinkles out of your clothes. This is a lot smaller and easier to handle than an ironing board and an iron, and it'll fit in your suitcase and it gets the wrinkles out just as well as a normal iron. Along with this, make sure you have a really good pair of running shoes, walking shoes, because New York is definitely a walking city. I actually had to get new shoes while I was there because the shoes I had were not supportive at all, and that can cause injuries, so watch out. Okay, I think that's all I have for now. This was a much shorter video than the first one. I just wanted to clear up some of the details and add a bit more information about the intensive. So if I left anything out, leave a comment. I'll answer your questions. Also hit subscribe if you want more insight into the crazy life of a dance student in New York City. Thanks for watching. Bye.